Tiptoe through the marshes by the window, that is where I'll camp. Come tiptoe through Hunt Showdown with me. Hunt Showdown puts you as a bounty hunter in the 1800s Louisiana bayou, but you're not hunting anything ordinary. Monsters of all sorts roam these lands, and you're not the only one looking to make a quick buck by banishing them from the land. Let's take a look at the horrors that await us amidst the swamp. Hunt Showdown is a first-person shooter arena survival game with a heavy emphasis on PvE action. You spawn on a large map and have to find clues to your contracted monster in order to slay it, banish it, and then escape with its bounty token. Meanwhile, 9 other players are also gunning for the same monster. This is strictly a multiplayer game with woven-in PvE objectives. The game is published by Crytek, and it's easy to notice that right away because it is a good-looking game. From wandering through the brush to encountering monsters so horrific that it made me scared to even enter their lair. The game encourages you to use stealth tactics, otherwise you run the risk of being too loud and attracting other more deadly monsters or even other bounty hunters. And that's where some of the best elements of Hunt Showdown comes into play. On the map, you have a variety of different buildings, weapons, items, and encounters to be had. I was absolutely blown away when I climbed into the roof to get away from some enemies, only to discover there was a hatch on the side to let me into the second floor. Then, when I got inside, I had to duck and maneuver around chains and broken glass to avoid alerting the other monsters inside. There was clearly a lot of thought and depth added to the map, which also extended into the outside mechanics of the game as well. Shops, abilities, items, and your characters can all be bought and rearranged in order to customize your playstyle and change how you approach the hunt. But unfortunately, that's where I think some of the game suffers too. While it's not needed to play, Hunt Showdown includes microtransactions, offering up premium characters and weapons that you don't lose in between matches. Hunt Showdown has a 2-part leveling system, one for your account and one for the character you play as. Your account level affects what you can purchase in between games, and your character level affects what abilities they have. If your character dies in a match, they die permanently, losing all the benefits of their abilities and items. You can recruit more characters, but they may start out weaker, unless you buy the premium characters or weapons. Then you never have to worry about losing them. Personally, I'm not a big fan of microtransactions in any capacity. Things understandable in free-to-play games and for cosmetics, but Hunt Showdown is a $40 game. Some other minor notes about Hunt Showdown is that the gameplay actively encourages camping. After you've slain a monster, you start to banish it. Banishing alerts all other players in the match to where the monster being banished is, and unfortunately, this also means that those players can easily wait outside the lair and shoot anyone coming out, stealing the token and then running off. Also, there's a weird design choice by letting you search for one random partner, but not another, but then acknowledging it by saying you can allow 3-person parties in your matches for additional XP. Hunt Showdown is a brand new take on the arena shooter, approaching this heavily saturated scene with brilliant creativity on both the monsters and the environment. I could easily picture myself as a southern bounty hunter while I was wading through the marsh, knife in hand, ready to stab any other grunt in order to preserve my precious ammo for the bounty tokens I was seeking. And I wanted my tokens! If you're looking for your new go-to multiplayer shooter that has you sneaking through the bogs of Louisiana and are killing monsters, then Hunt Showdown might be just for you. Just be careful of its microtransactions and cheap tactics to win. I'm giving Hunt Showdown a 7 out of 10. Hunt Showdown was developed by Crytek. It is available on Xbox One, PS4, and Windows. Hunt Showdown was played on an Xbox One, and a review code was provided for this report. Until next time, play like a rogue,